Breaking: North Korean troops deployed to Russia. NATO warns of major escalation. In a jaw-dropping twist, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte has confirmed a historic escalation. North Korean troops are officially on Russian soil. This confirmation comes days after Ukrainian intelligence spotted these soldiers in Russia's tense coast border region, raising fears of an expanded alliance between Moscow and Pyongyang. With Washington and Seoul sounding alarms, US President Joe Biden calls this a dangerous development, and Ukraine urges allies to lift restrictions on strikes deep within Russian territory. Pentagon insiders say 10,000 North Korean soldiers are already in Russia, inching closer to the Ukrainian frontline. Experts warn this new partnership could dangerously destabilize global security from the Euro-Atlantic to the Indo-Pacific. Tensions soar as Iran vows retaliation against Israel's deadly strikes, warns of escalating conflict. In a high-stakes escalation, Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian vowed Sunday to retaliate against Israel following a weekend airstrike that Tehran claims left 5 Iranians dead. While he emphasized that Iran does not seek war, Pezeshkian warned of an appropriate response to the Zionist entity's aggression if Israel continues its strikes, according to state media IRNA. With tensions already at a boiling point, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi echoed the sentiment, stating that Iran will respond to Israel at an appropriate time if aggression continues, underscoring that while they are not seeking a wider conflict, they won't hesitate to defend themselves. Tragedy unfolds as Israeli strike on Gaza school leaves multiple dead, including children. In a devastating strike on Sunday, an Israeli air raid hit the Asmar school west of Gaza City, killing multiple people, including children, according to Gaza's civil defense. Video from the scene shows bodies being carried away in pickup trucks, and civil defense teams continue searching for survivors among the rubble. The Hamas-run government media office reported that 3 of those killed were affiliated with Hamas media outlets. The school, part of Al-Shati refugee camp, has been a shelter for hundreds of displaced families amid escalating hostilities and has been struck multiple times in recent days. Israel's military stated the strike targeted a Hamas command center embedded within the school, claiming efforts were made to minimize civilian casualties. The IDF alleged that Hamas operatives, including a cell commander, were using the compound for operations, accusing Hamas of placing infrastructure within civilian areas to deter Israeli strikes. As renewed bombings force tens of thousands to flee and aid remains restricted, Gaza faces an escalating humanitarian crisis. The UN's human rights chief warned of the enclave's darkest moment, urging immediate action to protect civilian lives. Controversial Israeli bill aims to ban UN RWA, threatening lifeline for Gaza's humanitarian aid. Israel's parliament has approved a contentious bill banning the UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugees, UNRWA, from operating in Israeli territory, jeopardizing essential aid for Gaza. UNRWA, which has provided critical education, health, and food assistance across Palestinian territories for over 7 decades, faces shutdown amidst escalating humanitarian needs in Gaza. The bill passed overwhelmingly, 92-10, sparking fierce debate and criticism from Arab members of parliament and international leaders. UNRWA spokeswoman Julia Tuma condemned the move, calling it outrageous and warning it would be disastrous for Gaza's humanitarian response, which relies heavily on the agency. The European Union's foreign policy chief, Josep Borrell, expressed grave concern, warning that the ban defies international law and would cripple essential services to Palestinian refugees. Israel claims that some UNRWA staff have links to Hamas, accusations that the agency has denied. With no alternative organizations identified to replace UNRWA's role, international aid groups and Western allies, including the EU and countries like France and Canada, have urged Israel to reconsider.